guys, so today we are going to make a Thanksgiving t-shirt. This is something I would totally wear, but not every adult would. So we're gonna make it for my little niece. She's 3 years old, and it says, "Gobble, gobble, till you wobble." It's gonna be perfect for Thanksgiving, and we're gonna use lots of bright iron-on colors, and I'll show you how to layer colors. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Okay, and here's our little turkey. I've already loaded the design into Design Space, and I'm going to place a link down below for you to be able to go and download this for free for the next week or so. But it's a gobble gobble till you wobble, and it's going to have a couple of different colors, and I have it on here in black just so you can easily see it, but I'm going to put it on this navy blue shirt. So I'm going to use a white iron-on, I'm going to use a foil iron-on, a glitter iron-on, and then this is flocked. This is a red flocked, and it's so pretty. But I'm going to show you how to layer these different elements onto the shirt. Okay, so I'm going to show you into the layers of each one of this, and just to keep down confusion, I went ahead and changed Gobble Gobble till you wobble to white, and you can see it outlines it in Cricut Design Space. That sort of helps you to still be able to see it even though it's on a white background. But if you click onto layers, it's going to show you that each one of these is a different color. And so when we go to mats, you're going to be able to, organize each one of these colors onto mats. And I've decided to make, or to keep, my eyes black. I think white eyes on a turkey might really freak everybody out. So we're gonna go with black eyes and the bronze body, a gold base, the white lettering, and then the red snood. So we're going to close layers, and then I'm going to measure my t-shirt. Okay, so I'm a big fan of measuring multiple times. My mom is a master seamstress, and she always says, measure twice, cut once. So, and I like measure 4 or 5 times just to make sure that I have things centered and things right. So this shirt is 12.5 inches wide. And so it's from neck to bottom about 15 inches. And you have to think, this is a little girl, she's only 3, so I don't want the design to be too huge. So what I'm thinking is more like 6 inches by 7.5 or so. Okay, so now that you know how large you want the design to be, what I would do is come in and highlight the entire thing. I already have it set up the way that I want it to cut. So highlight the entire thing and then just pull. So you see in the corner here, that it's changing your width and your height. I want it to be about 6 inches and 7.5 long, so there we go, perfect. Okay, now that we have our design the size that we want it, we're going to hit Make It. And it's going to come up and show us all of our mats. So it started with the gold mat, but you can click in the top corner and it's going to show you all the mats that you have. So I have 5 different colors. And see here it says mirror for iron-on. So make sure that you hit that. And I would go ahead and mirror all of them while you're in here and you're thinking about it. Okay, and then go back up to the gold as your first one. And then you can close out of that by tapping that number again. So now that we're on this view, if you wanted to, you could move that design around, say if you only had a smaller piece of material or you were missing a corner, but for this purpose, we're going to keep it in the top corner. Now we hit Continue. And at this next page, we're going to be able to pick the type of material that it is. And so I'm using the Cricut Maker, and so it's going to, based on the type of material that you're cutting, it's going to know what depth to cut. So this is glitter, and I use glitter a lot, so it's in my favorites. And so now we've selected glitter, we have it in the right place, and we're ready to go to the machine. Okay, so now that you've cut out all of your materials, we're going to weed each one of these designs. And I've already weeded the little turkey and his little beak. And so now a lot of times I will start with my hands if it's something that I can easily weed. And then if it gives me any trouble, I'll move over to my weeding tool. And then if you're having a hard time seeing, and sometimes with black materials it can be difficult, so then that's when I break out my bright pad. See? So we're getting each of these materials done. Okay, so now that we've weeded all of the 5 different materials, I'm going to go ahead and start applying them to the shirt. And I like to measure and measure again. And so for this one, 12.5, so about 6 1/4 is my center point. And I'm going to start with the everyday vinyl because I want to be able to put my turkey and make sure it's centered in the middle of my lettering. So I'm going to start with this one. And by the way, whenever you're using the EasyPress, there is a website, and I'll link it down below this video, but there is a website where you can go and get the right temperature for your EasyPress based on the type of fabric that you're using and the material you're using. Because with this particular shirt, we're using multiple types of iron-on. So this is the everyday, we have foil, we have flocked, and we have glitter. So for everyday, it's 315 degrees and it's 30 seconds. Now you do preheat your material for 5 seconds in advance. So let's go ahead and apply this first layer and then we'll put the rest on. And this one is perfect. It's just about the exact size. We hit go, light pressure. Okay, so now that I've done those 30 seconds, I flipped it over and I actually did another 30 seconds on the back just to seal this really well. And now different types of iron-on you do different ways. You always peel them from the edge, but with an everyday, you're going to peel it off warm. For the glitter, you're going to peel it off warm, but for foil, you're going to peel it off cool. So make sure that you use that website that I linked below and get your shirt just perfect. Okay, so now I've applied the everyday, and I actually went back and did the Gobble Gobble at the top just a little bit more because it wanted to peel, so I gave it another 30 seconds. With the liner, with the plastic liner on top of it to protect it. And now I've got my turkey, and I've cut him out. I cut out all the extra because he has glitter on his iron-on even after it's been weeded, and I don't want that to get on my Gobble Gobble. So I'm actually going to go ahead and press this, but I'm going to put a cloth over top of it to protect it. Okay, so now I have the glitter on, and we remove glitter warm, so make sure you peel it off while it's warm. And our next material is going to be the foil. Now for foil, you can layer foil over the top of glitter. You cannot put glitter on top of foil. The other thing to remember about foil is that you have to peel it off warm, and the temperature that you use with your EasyPress is going to be less. So for this one and this material, I have to bring my EasyPress down to 295. Okay, so now we have it on 295. We're going to hit the start button, minimum pressure or medium pressure, and we'll let it count down. So I just kept on with that same process and went ahead and put on his little eyes and his beak and his little snoot, and I used the right temperatures for each one, and I think it turned out really cute. I know my niece is going to love it, and I did tell you guys that you couldn't put glitter on top of foil, and I would say in large amounts that is totally true, but in this tiny little amount it actually worked out really good. Okay, thanks guys for joining me in the craft room today. I hope you liked the turkey t-shirts, and if you want to make one for yourself, make sure you go down below and grab the file. And I hope you'll join me back next Tuesday for another video tutorial. And make sure you click that subscribe button. Thanks guys, see you next time.